It happens in the blink of an eye. One moment, the world is capped with brilliant white at its poles and veined with glaciers, and the next, every speck of natural ice is gone. From the icy peaks of the Himalayas to the endless white of Antarctica, all has melted into water. The sun rises on a planet transformed. Rivers surge with meltwater, coastlines disappear beneath swelling seas, and the familiar blue-green globe is now rimmed with vast new oceans. People wake to chaos, alarms blaring in coastal cities, news feeds filled with images of flooding and confusion, and scientists scrambling to understand how to respond. The immediate aftermath is defined by shock, survival, and the scramble for higher ground as humanity witnesses the greatest environmental shift in recorded history. With all ice melted, the oceans rise by an estimated 230 feet, enough to redraw every map. Coastal cities are lost beneath the waves, from New York to Shanghai, London to Mumbai. Entire nations must evacuate, and hundreds of millions are displaced in a matter of hours. The infrastructure of the modern world, power plants, data centers, factories, vanishes beneath the water, short-circuiting global supply chains and communications. Emergency services are overwhelmed, and governments scramble to coordinate mass evacuations, using any available means. Boats, helicopters, trains to higher ground. The new coastlines are unfamiliar. Ancient mountain ranges become archipelagos, and former inland valleys become shallow seas. Humanity faces a refugee crisis on a scale never before imagined, and the struggle to adapt becomes a defining feature of this new era. With ice gone, the planet's climate system is thrown into turmoil. The reflective white of the poles, once bouncing sunlight back into space, is replaced by dark ocean water that absorbs heat. Global temperatures soar, weather patterns destabilize, and storms grow more intense and unpredictable. Formerly mild regions are battered by supercharged hurricanes and monsoons, while droughts and heat waves grip the interiors of continents. Ocean currents shift as the influx of fresh water disrupts the delicate balance of temperature and salinity. The melting ice releases ancient gases, methane and carbon dioxide, trapped for millennia, further fueling the greenhouse effect. Ecological zones migrate rapidly, and the world's flora and fauna scramble to adapt, but many species face extinction. Humanity must grapple not only with rising water, but with a climate that seems to have a mind of its own. The sudden loss of ice sends shockwaves through the planet's ecosystems. Polar bears, penguins, seals, and countless cold-adapted species lose their habitats overnight, pushing many to the brink of extinction. Ocean life is thrown into disarray as meltwater disrupts nutrient flows and alters the chemistry of the seas, threatening plankton blooms and fish populations. Meanwhile, tropical and temperate species migrate poleward, seeking cooler refuges in lands that were once locked in ice. Humans, too, must adapt. New diseases emerge as pathogens travel with shifting climates. Crops fail in their traditional heartlands, and the global food web teeters on collapse. Yet amidst the chaos, life proves resilient. New ecosystems begin to emerge in unexpected places. Coral reefs grow along recently submerged city ruins, and adventurous plants take root on the fresh, exposed soils of former glaciers. As the initial shock fades, humanity begins to adapt to its transformed planet. New cities rise on higher ground, designed for resilience against storms and heat. Floating architecture becomes commonplace, entire neighborhoods built on pontoons or modular rafts. Agriculture shifts to vertical farms and genetically engineered crops that tolerate heat, salt, and erratic weather. Water management becomes a central challenge. Desalination plants and rainwater harvesting systems proliferate. National borders are redrawn, and some cultures vanish while others are born from the mingling of displaced peoples. The crisis sparks innovation. Renewable energy dominates, and societies invest heavily in geoengineering to stabilize the climate. Yet the memory of lost homelands lingers, shaping art, politics, and identity for generations. The world is smaller, warmer, and unrecognizable, but life continues, ever adaptable, on the blue planet that once was white.